when there are vibrations that you are tired of and you are yearning for things that are different, you're looking for something that has a more meaningful resonance, it first starts with identifying what dictates our feeling, our living, our ability, and our energy, beyond just the typical in and out of the human experience. You need to create a portal from one world that does not serve you to a new one. You do not find things by chasing them, by acquiring them, securing them, aligning things by chance and hoping it works for you. In order to step into paradise, you need to create the energies and frequencies for it. The energies and frequencies for paradise are always going to materially correspond, because there's nothing in this world that does not hold energetic frequency. And it is by the will of energetic frequency that all things in this world are moved. To be able to create that sliver in time and space, when you're removing the atmosphere that is fogging your clarity, you're removing the things that are making it hard to focus. The kitchen makes it hard to focus. The laundry room makes it hard to focus. The vehicle, the transportation, the shopping, the control, the regulation, the worry, the fear, the doubt. What holds none of that is resonation. Resonation comes from source. Many people are told as children that the sun is the power of the universe, and it is the plants, through photosynthesis, who take the highest quality of its energy. And so therefore, the truth of energy, the truth of all, beyond any distortion, is obvious. It is within nature. You're going to immediately recognize the moments that you start stepping and walking through nature are the moments that you begin to accumulate all power for yourself. The more and more power you forfeit to participating in a world that was designed to work against you, do not be surprised when it seems the odds and the chances all seem to deviate against you. Your ability to have an advantage over others is your ability to live and adapt to frequency, not by perceived desire. When we begin to associate images and objects and perceived associations as the sources of our true and genuine happiness, and that is when we seem to miss the mark. There is a world before all senses, and that is called feeling. It is the one thing that we can say universally everybody alive, everything alive has. Your ability to feel, your ability to connect is the most powerful mechanism you have, because all things respond to that language. I speak plant. You speak plant. We all speak resonation. As you walk through the woods, you are judged. Oh, you are judged. And this is why people of the old times called upon fairies and spirits, energies and entities of the wilderness to come and talk to them, because they realized they were. Now, most people, because of conditioning, put limitations on what they qualify as reasonable evidence. Once you begin to recognize in the world of feeling, the best way is to practice with people. You're learning how to read, recognize, feel energy with people. And then once you get very good at that, which takes quite some time, the auric field is around us all. It can be pointed to, it can be accounted for, if one learns to sense the vibration. And once you can read human vibration, you start to realize that vibration is more than just around living psychoactive objects. It is also around inanimate objects. It's also in the air. It's definitely in these bushes. To be able to be alive, to realize that you're alive, is an extraordinarily important thing. Most people spend their whole lives in fear of death. But what they don't fear isn't actually death. It's they have not come to full understanding what it truly means to be living. They have not come to that level, that sense of inner comfort that says, this is why I'm here. The only thing that you're bringing with you to the next level is the energy that you have cultivated in this life. All the other stuff is nonsense. It's not necessary. You're being called to connect into more powerful and fruitful resources. You can jump timelines as you will. You can explore new worlds. Always remember, though, that if you are in a container, that container can be a vehicle, that container can be an office, that container can be a home, an apartment. It doesn't really matter where you live, what you live in. Container's a container. You need to allow yourself to be able to find and step into new fields. You need to find new ways of stepping into your new fields of abundance. You need life to allow itself to be a journey. Have you ever had a time in your life where you have taken your transportation for granted? And then you just start to walk. And then you realize that, wow, while walking, I can see so much more. There's so much more of the world. All of our reality that is instantaneous skips these processes. Skipping these processes creates disruptions, and the thousands of years, thousands of your human development to erase these corrupted files that are running haywire in your consciousness. You have to get in touch with your authenticity. Now, nature is nice, don't get me wrong. But the reason why nature is nice is it remembers who you are. The question is, do you remember who you are? Life is less a search of finding new things. It is more remembering what you have already learned. Because the amount of knowledge that you have learned through your countless lifetimes is, let's be real, far more vast than what you hold in this one. And it is not to belittle this one. This one is extremely important because it is the cherry on top. It is what you are going to make your pristine rose, the abundance that rises from the decay into beautiful new life, transcendent, everlasting, never dying. It is the energy that continues to live. And it is the energy through you that constantly lives. The abundance in nature is beautiful, it is grand, it invokes and incites poetry, makes some want to laugh, dance, ask powerful and meaningful questions. The next step after all of this is not to stay here. And that is something people make along the path, is they get stuck on the path. No, friends, I'm not gonna bushwhack through the bushes over here. That's not the plan today. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to leave the temple at some point. You need to leave the training. Some of you are in desperate need of that rejuvenation and need to start building in a recreational practice that connects you with your authenticity. Everyone here has an ancestor who has went on a hike and has probably enjoyed it, because that is ingrained. To get back in contact with the ancient technology that helps to bring about longevity is our ability to access the higher tools, the higher frequencies that are available. But we are going to be called to bring those things back to other people. It is not just for you to walk that journey and to experience it, to feel it. Those who seek knowledge for the sake of knowledge to not be shared or as some sort of transmuted gift to others. It does not need to be that you come forward as the traditional teacher as people look for. But perhaps you learn to make great vaults of energy. You learn to make them accessible, because not all information, not all energy is tangible. Not all of it is easily presentable to others. Some require that sixth sense. The sixth sense requires a powerful heart and third eye connection. You'll hear in spirituality all the time these two camps. And they are camps that are meant to orchestrate as one and not against the other. The most corrupt and evil yet powerful people in this world have mastered their third eye, but have neglected their heart. The most misled but blessed people in this world rely only on their heart. Those people are blessed beyond comparison because spirit appreciates a good heart. But they don't always have the best plans for moving their things forward, but they tend to simply always seem to come out okay with a better promising next life prepared for them. But the best possible maximum outcome is to learn to combine the both. As above, so below, the shadow and the light integrated as one. Life is about its integrations. People get caught up into these aspects of purity. Something that is pure is transmuted in value. In an evolution universe, the goal is to be constantly evolving and not staying the same. So things that lack their ability to evolve lose their ability to compete. You lose your ability to compete. You lose all the things that have granted your energy momentum, and stagnation leads to what is the true death. There are many walking corpses in this world. Our minds are fabricated by television on what these symptoms of what a zombie, of what a vampire, of what a fairy, of what a werewolf, whatever, what have you. What are these things and how do they manifest in appearances, in expectations? This whole fantasy world is designed to have layers and doors. It wouldn't be helpful to the select society if all the common people had access to ancient technology, to ancient lineage, to ancient truth. And so you are given the signs that tell you turn left now, stop here, and you are told my ability to adapt to society is what is going to deliver promises from society. Society is like a spider web. It is beautiful. It is sometimes invisible. But boy, does it hold you tight. And the more and more you struggle, does it seem to latch on. Now, there are things being prepared for you on the other side of all of this. It's not just for you to have the fear and the worry, the stress that these are forces that can be working against you. They don't have to be. You have to think about first your immediate everyday interactions. Life is not about how much money you make. Life is about how you feel every day. Your ability to provide for yourself is often in alignment with how you feel. Now, there are reward systems in life. Your gratification systems need to be in the right place. It is not spiritual knowledge to be hiding in your dwelling, meditating, saying I'm at peace and refusing to interact with the world because you have found peace. That is negligence to your duty. You need to be able to accumulate resource to reach people with. Resources are being used to reach you right now. You got to have some skin in the game, but you also have to realize that your time and your energy here is precious. Combination of the two means that things should be all-encompassing. Now, if you ask people if they want love, most people are going to tell you yes. Yes, I want love. I want love and I want all the things that love brings. And then you say, well, are you ready to quit your job? And they say, no. No, the job comes first. Well, is love a priority? And then it becomes, well, no. I realize that my job is my priority. My works are my priority. My finances are my priority. My looks, the things I believe I need to take care of. What responsibilities do you actually have other than onto yourself? Now, there are people who are receiving this message who can count various levels of responsibility upon their hand. But that responsibility always first and starts with yourself and moves through yourself. And it is important to start recognize what is a real responsibility and what is a false perception of responsibility. Because responsibility is known through resonation. Your whole society, your whole world, the universe recognizes it as truth. And you are measured by your ability to hold it. And you are only given the level in which you can handle. If you cannot accomplish great gifts and you can handle no responsibility, you will not be the receiver of blessings and good fortune. Access the things that are outside of your perceived immediate control. These are things that grant you power. Power is useful in the hands of people who know to put it to good use. To be able to put power to good use in an artful and skillful way is the way of creating and crafting a human dynasty. Now, your life has to be a devotion to that dynasty. Your life is the offering. The best offering you have isn't some defenseless animal, it's yourself. And no, it's not through martyrism, it is through devotion of life. Life is an offering. Your death is met after, ideally, a beautiful, well-spent life. And that final moment is your offering. It is the last ritual. The last ritual that unfolds all of this to the next door. And you're going to be so happy you did your homework before you crossed that door. And if you didn't do your homework, you realize how in trouble you are. Very quickly, it does not take you long to realize the mistakes that you have made for failing to assume responsibility of this world and of yourself and of the other people in it, the other living things in it, all parts known to it, and to also put your faith into the darkness beyond the stars and assume responsibility of those as well. Put your faith in the infinite intelligence that moves through you, works through you, and connects you. There is endless divine knowledge available for you to be able to transcend with. That there are many pathways for you to be able to use to unlock your occult knowledge, to give you the keys to all the doorways, and all the tight spaces you'll have to squeeze through are just a test to be sure you really are committed to what you mean. Are you ready to pay the energetic price that comes with these decisions? Are you ready to pay the transaction? Now, there's transactions in everything, and you must bring that energy from somewhere. So be tedious in building your own reserves. Be tedious in being sure the currency you have is energy. Energy corresponds to other forms of wealth. Like I said first, responsibility starts with yourself through others. And so therefore, so does currency. Currency starts with the first true one. Full circle, everyone. It's the sun. It's the stars. It's what emits and what feeds all. And as we begin to leave our solitary world, we are able to bring this intelligence with us. We are able to bring all parts of ourself with us. No part of yourself anymore left behind. The beginning and the end are designed to be different, yet inherently the same. And it's because they were recycled onto the other. To receive the blessings that are most meant for you, that are asked of you, is a tremendous honor. You are alive today not just because you were smart enough to know when to cross the street and when not to cross the street, or what to hang out with and what not to hang out with, or by chance or not by chance. So much more larger has chosen to keep you here and can very easily get rid of you when you are no longer of necessary service. Remember that. Remember that we as people are humble servants upon earth. And your power is in your ability to realize that you are here to serve. Now, some of us feel rebellious. No, I don't want to serve. I serve myself. There's always a bigger fish in the astral field, in this infinite universe. Humble yourself. Collaborate. Allow the forces that are looking to connect to you to work with you. And ultimately, you'll learn that your ability to serve others, even if you perceive them to be your enemy, could turn out to be your greatest fortune. It's not a matter of trust. It's a matter of goodwill. It's a matter of treating those around you with love and compassion, even if those around you might cast the finger that say they do not deserve it. It's about having that higher knowledge of knowing that within every human shell is an opportunity of a spark to be transmuted and to be put into great servitude to the universe. Now the universe knows the initiates that are brought about bring higher frequencies to it, higher gifts and higher abilities. The universe pays well those who bring more competent people into awakening. It keeps track of who is committing to the work of what is truly valuable and what is truly needed. Believe in yourself to already hold all these tools within yourself. There's nothing that is outside of yourself to get started on this journey. And perhaps if you were to also take the walk on the woods and to take that journey back home, you too will remember and understand. Now keep in mind, think about time, and think about the reward for given time, and think about how much knowledge has been placed within this 20 minutes. Now I want you to amplify that power. Times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5. And realize, wow, this really just does go on and on and on and on forever and ever and ever. You can choose to magnify the light that is available. You can choose to use the recharges as necessary. In whatever way you choose to use them or need to use them, as you are doing as you will and what have you connected so to be the most powerful forces in your life, you are ready to unlock everything. Blessings to you, friends, my divinity, and to yours. Personal consultations are available at seldomdreams.com. Apprenticeships are also available if you are looking for a more immersive study into the craft. My divinity, and to yours. Stay blessed and stay connected. The universe will always send you a message if you need one when you are ready to earnestly and honestly ask for it. Allow yourself to be open and connected at this time. Blessings and take care.